Beyond all space and time that is known to any man, there is a radio broadcast. It exists in the vast seal of souls somewhere between timeless and infinity. It is the middle ground between real space and the warp, between chaos and order, and it lies between the pit of your fears and well of knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is the show which we call Warpstorm Radio.
Hey everyone, welcome to today's episode of Warpstorm Radio. As always, I'm your host, the Corn Cell 40K. Today I am joined by my two co-hosts, Big Shot and Tryhard. I'm very tired. Um, and we're also joined by a cool special guest. It's Mr. Jeremy Borg,
The
Yo,
fourth
the best T-Suns
sometime.
player probably on the planet.
how's it going?
And recently I have found that I'm actually the best Emperor's Children player on the planet. I've been grinding Emperor's Children for a little bit. They're kind of fun. Today, I didn't get to go to a tournament last weekend, and that made me genuinely a little bummed out. I was sad. But the three people who were on this call did go to a tournament, and so after this intro, I'm gonna shut the fuck up and let them talk about their tournament and probably not say another word in this recording unless I have like a funny quip. Yeah, that's about it. See ya.
So, question for the squad: who wants to go first?
I'm gonna say here's what I'm gonna propose because I had
Okay.
a Sunday RTT. All right, so what? Let's do this day by day, so that
All
way
right.
we'll have one day of you, one day of Borg, and then I'll be the intermediate in between, and then we can finish up with you and Borg.
All right. Cool. Well, I'll go first because we have a rule against guests going first, instituted on the first episode, broken on the 10th episode.
The Space Marine synth laws.
Yeah. So anyways, your boy Tryhard 40K went to a tournament. At the time of recording, this was last weekend. It was the boys Golden Sprue. And I honestly had a fucking blast, dude. It was a blast. I got blasted, and yeah. So it was 3 hours away. So me and my good friend Alex, who is a fantastic player and even a better human, um, we leave my house at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay. And if anybody knows me, I'm not a morning person at all. Like, I'm one of those people that's just like, don't talk to me unless I've had 2 Red Bulls, a coffee, couple Zins, shot of adrenaline, and a blue.
Fentanyl.
So we get there and it's chill. I run into some usual suspects. My boy Greg is there. Some of the guys from the local Binghamton club who I like and don't like were there. Um, that's all I'll say on that. And we just kind of get straight through it. I'm playing Scintillating Legion, and my performance at the other GT of going 2 and 4 with Sint kind of like hurt my spirit. So I was like, I'm gonna do awful at this event with Sint. So I changed my list to include an additional bird, and I don't know if it made that much of a difference. I'll be honest. Um, so I have another RTT coming up this Sunday, and I'm gonna go back to my other build. I might even go to a build that has like pinks or something. I'll figure it out. So yeah. Pairings get posted. I go in the car. I grab a pack of Newports from last weekend that I still have. I grab a bottle of Hennessy that I have. Grab some high noons, and I get right to rocking and rolling. Um, Round 1 is against Chaos Demons. So some hot Chaos Demons on Chaos Demon action. This man was wearing a Kirby t-shirt.
Nice.
He was playing Shadow Legion with the only CSM unit in his army was Cultists. And he was Shadow Legion, but he was all corn and then like a beast of Nurgle. So like we're talking like 30 bloodletters, we're talking like 6 blood crushers, 2 blood thrones, a skullmaster, some cultists, Bellicor, the Fade Thirster, or whatever. So I go first and I say, hey, those are blood crushers, right? How many wounds are they? And he's like, oh, they're 4 wounds. I'm just like, bet. And then I like rub my hands together really quickly and I smile. And from my deployment zone, I destroy blood crushers. And then I charge Bellicor turn 1 with his 6 brick screamers. It was awesome. And pretty much from that point on, he was just like throwing stuff out to the whims of the 4 birds. Like turn 2, I kill Bellicor. Turn 3, I kill the Fade Thirster, who like picks up some trash. I'm just trading like flamers and screamers. And yeah, I win the game. He had like one final moment, one last stand where he like threw 2 Rendmasters on Blood Thrones at one of my birds, and I had accumulated like 5 flux tokens, and I'm just like, not today. And I took like 4 damage, and then I picked up the bird and was out of engager range, and I just killed both of them next turn. So it was a fun little like first game. Pretty much whenever I see like a Chaos Demons player in an event, it's on site if I see them, dude. Just on site. There can only be one. If you play Chaos Demons, you're an op to me. The existence of the corn cell is because I allow him to exist. Allow him to exist.
Yeah, but the thing, fucking times, so I don't want to hear it.
I did because it's like a successor program. Because when I die, you can be the only Chaos Demons player. When I die at a young age from something I probably could have prevented.
Blood, you're pushing 50. That's not a young age.
When I die, I'm 50 years old from a heart attack on the toilet.
You're gonna overdose from Joe Rogan coffee.
I'm gonna overdose with Black Rifle coffee and Blue Chews. Blue Chew, if you want to sponsor a podcast, hit me up. Hit me up. Hey guys, you think 40K is hard? You guys think 40K is hard? Well, you know what else can be hard? You know, Warpstorm Radio, brought to you by Blue Chew. Use promo code SHITPOD at checkout to save 20% on your first order. So my next game, I played against Blood Angels, and it was the same build that Obelisk runs. So I was just like, all right, bud. He turn 1 charged. He turn 1 charged. 15 Death Company and 3 Sanguinary Guard into my DZ on my whole army, and I'm like, all right, whatever. He picks up a bird, and then the other ones bounce, so I just pull him out of engagement range with a strat, and I proceed to, on my bottom of turn, pick up 23 Death Company. He had 25 in the list. I killed 23, a character, and 2 Sanguinary Guards with my birds, with my 3 remaining birds in Kairos, or my 2 remaining birds in Kairos. And the look on his face was just like complete defeatism. And he's after the game, we went out for beers afterwards. I'm like, hey man, after what just happened, I owe you a drink.
As you should.
And he's just like, dude, I knew the only way that I had any possibility of winning this is turn 1 charging you and hoping my dice were good. And I was like, yeah, I think you made the right call. So your boy wins another one. Cool. I'm feeling good. I'm not feeling good because I'm 2-0, and I'm like, I'm gonna play like Necrons. I'm 3 and lose, and the streak will be over with. And I play into Hull spam Ultramarines, which was cool because I played against this guy before. He's really chill. He's part of the Binghamton Gaming Club. He's one of the guys I like from there. He's a good guy. And first question I asked him, I was like, "Hey man, have you ever played against Scintillating Legion?" And he's like, "Nope." And I'm like, "Bet." And then I rub my hands together, and I rub my hands together and I praise Netanyahu for blessing me again.
I was gonna ask, is that like the anti-Semitic variation of rubbing your hands together, or you're just
Nah, I'm licking my lips too. I'm like that guy behind the tree. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
Yeah. You tell me you haven't played against Sint before. I'm rubbing my hands and licking my lips together and saying praise be to Netanyahu.
So
So So I tell him, I'm just like, hey, so this is damage 3, this is damage 2, this is AP2, it could be AP3, blah blah blah. This AP1, it's gonna be AP2, and I'm running through like what my army does. I go second, throw up Kairos at the bottom of turn 2, bottom of turn 1, knowing that to kill like a Phobos lieutenant for like no reason, knowing that he will push his entire army into Kairos because that's the way he positioned. Dude dumped the Repex, 2 Gladiators, a squad of Incursors into Kairos and did like 14 damage. And the Kairos lived. I'm like, I'm gonna up you down Kairos. And then Kairos went back in my DZ to indirect the whole game, did not die. And
that's so
he put all his tanks in one corner where I just had a free firing line with all my shit. So I pop a Gladiator Lancer, I pop a Repex, and then I charge a Gladiator Lancer with Screamers and pop it. So he has, and I kill some scouts and some trash. He has at this point the Wardens of Ultrafart, a Victrix Guard unit, and a Repex with Blade Guard in Deep Strike, and he's just not trading as well up into me at this point. He doesn't kill any birds after that. 0 birds. And he's terrified of moving out Wardens and terrified of moving out Victrix Guard because he knows the bird damage 3. So I eventually just I uppy downing the bird at some point and I just put the bird behind the Victrix Guard and fucking nuke them from orbit. It was like hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby. And I go take his home. It was scorched.
Oh, you bastard.
Yeah, I just go take his home with a bird.
You piece of shit.
Yeah, round 5, I draw a mark for death. He literally has 3 units left, and I'm just like, okay, so here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna either go burn your home for 10 points, I have bottom of turn scoring, or I'm gonna move on your home, kill his intercessors, and get 10 points, and I win by I think 16 points.
Massive W. I will say, after you won that third game, I didn't even know you were at an event because you were locked in all day.
Was
So
locked the fuck in.
you know, he texts the group chat. He goes, "Guys, I'm undefeated day 1." I was so proud of you, bro.
Yeah,
Genuinely.
because I sucked ass at the event the week before. So since I sucked ass, I was just like, dude, do I go back to Incursion? Do I go back to Incursion? Because you know, Big Shot, I'm a one-trick pony. Demons has ruined me. I'm ruined. I can't
No,
play
you're like
another army. I'm fucking ruined.
because the way you play Incursion fundamentally is such a different way of positioning that it's like altered your brain chemistry, so you can't play any other army in any other way.
I literally do not have the brain capacity to play another army. I you guys might have like 12 gigs of RAM. Borg himself has like 64 because he's big brain. I have 2. I've I have 2 gigs of RAM operating at the present point in time. And if I have like a little bit of alcohol, I might have like 4 gigs. Um,
Yeah,
so
you
yeah,
can.
no, I go undefeated, bro. I go to the fucking bar, celebrate with the boys, completely get blasted, come back to the hotel, 1:30. Round starts at 7. Round starts at 8.
Oh, that's brutal.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I flew way close to the sun, and we'll know more about that on Sunday. But Borg, what event do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about the teams one, or you want to talk about the other one?
I'll talk about the teams one. The GTI one was like, I think a month and a half ago at this point, so it's kind of old news. But so I was at the Breath Weapon Gaming 5-player teams event. And for those of you who don't know, teams functions a little bit differently. So there's a whole pairing process where people try to get good matchups and select the terrain they want. And it's a whole thing. And I was playing with a good friend of mine, Curie from StatCheck. And he likes torturing me, so he put me on grunt duty the entire event. So I just got bad pairings and bad terrain the entire time, which is fine because he likes bullying me. But I would have appreciated getting a big win. It did not well, it happened, but we'll hear more about that day too. So starting off, I was supposed to head to the event on Friday, but in the Great White North we have massive blizzards, and that was supposed to be happening Friday. So I go a day early, and that's okay. Chill in a hotel for 2 days, vibe. It was a good time. Met the team on the Friday. Good guys, like all of them. And yeah, worst driving I've ever had in my life on the Friday. Thought I was gonna fucking die, but that's what you get living in Canada. So, round one, we pair into a team called Trash Tier, which is a Quebecois team. And as usual, they pair me into their best player, who happened to be playing 3 Gatling Despoiler Chaos Knights.
Oh, fun.
And I don't know if you guys know, but Scintillating, which is what I was playing, has a really tough time dealing with Toughness 11. And he paired me into 3 Chaos Knights. So, also, I'm going to preface this with Jeremy, my team captain, kicked me off of my main faction. So he played Thousand Suns, and he put me on Scintillating Legion. So that was another thing. But so I played into Chaos Knights. I played into a guy named Sebastian, really good player, phenomenal guy. We had a really good game. There were some antics that he was pulling, which I didn't know because I don't play Chaos Knights. But that's a story for another day. I end up winning by 5 points. So I pulled out the win just because I played the mission better than him. I ended up tabling him turn 5, but that didn't really matter. Yeah, Sin does a lot of damage. I will say this now. Me and Andrew are running virtually the same list. So, yeah. It was a good first round. We ended up tying exactly 50-50 for teams. Because our Blood Angels player got 20 0'd by Tyranids.
Bruh.
Yeah, not great. But our Necrons player Charles did 19-1 against CSM. So good on Charles.
Good shit, Charles.
Round 2,
Yeah, it's my
we
boy.
ended up. Charles is the GOAT. We love you, Charles. Round 2, we played against a team called Northern Defenders, another Quebecois team. There's a theme. We played French people the entire weekend. But this was my one loss of the tournament. So we ended up beating Northern Defenders 70-30. And that team is really interesting because they have one really good player who's like been to Worlds. And then the rest of the team are casual players. So obviously I get paired into that guy. He was playing Rage Cursed Onslaught Blood Angels, which should be fine, but he was playing a weird list with like Assault Centurions and a Repulsor Executioner and a Lancer.
Very interesting.
It was strange. I should have won by 5 points, but I mismanaged my CP because I wanted Be'lakor to live because that's my goat. And I command rerolled instead of uppy downying, and I could have burned us home, which would have been quite nice. Dom, who's the Blood Angels player, is a really good guy. Super nice team. They gave us like their team made a beer, like they made a homemade beer, and then gave it to all their opponents, and it was actually incredible.
Oh, that's dope.
I had that later on, but we'll get to that in a sec. Round 3 was, let me find it, against a team called Trash Gallery, which is the B team for the team that we played first round. And once again, really interesting team because it was one really good player with a really sweaty list and then a bunch of casual people. So obviously I got paired into that guy. So the matchup this time was against Space Wolves. And it was 24 wound Terminators against an army that only does damage 3.
Oh, it's just rough. Damn.
Absolute cancer.
It was just brutal. It was and like 3 Redemptor Dreadnoughts. So that wasn't nice. It ended up being a 10-10, so we tied. Because once again, I just played the mission better than him. I just let the Terminators hold an objective and took control of the rest of the board. Yeah, pretty much it. That night, I went clubbing with my friends because I went to university in the town that it was being hosted in.
Hell
Stayed
yeah.
out. It was pretty sick. Got incredibly wasted. Stayed up till like 4 a.m. Got back and no hangover or anything the next day. I felt perfect.
I'm so jealous of you not having a hangover. I had the first hangover I've had in like forever because I didn't manage my time efficiently.
Just get 13 years younger and you will no longer have hangovers.
Well, the thing is, I went to the car to get water, but I ended up grabbing a bottle of Hennessy.
My buddy was feeding me these Japanese Jack Daniels and Coke Zeros the entire event. They were phenomenal. I need to find out where he got them because those were incredible and you don't get them over here.
Japanese Jack Daniels or Japanese Coke?
No, it's just regular Jack Daniels and Coke Zero, but they don't make them over here. It was like a pre-made drink in a can.
Oh yeah, we have them over here.
See, like we have the Jack and Cokes, but we don't have Jack and Coke Zero.
Oh, we don't have Jack and Coke Zero. Yeah, we have Jack and Coke.
And if you're gonna be drinking, you want the Coke Zero for the gains.
No, you absolutely don't want that, actually. The little quick tangent, the artificial sweetener, when you mix it with alcohol, bonds to the alcohol compound bonds to the artificial sweetener, and it does something to the way your body metabolizes the liquor.
Oh, does it make it worse or
Yeah.
better?
Yeah, I'll send you an article. It makes it worse. I'll send you an article afterwards, but there has been studies showing like how it operates. Just avoid it moving forward. Unless you'd had no effect and you're fine. But
I was fine.
yeah.
Cool. That's my day 1.
Well, big shot, since you only did an RTT because you're a filthy casual, do you want to talk about your RTT?
Okay, I'm not a casual. It's just there's no fucking events in the area. But I had
And during that
dude,
day, I
your mic massively cut out.
don't want to talk about it anymore. Go
Okay.
on.
I probably had the worst experience going to an event humanly possible. All right. So first of all, I'm gonna cut. This is the Saturday before. I had the presumption that I was going to be driven by our editor for like a month that I've been signed up for this event. And I'm like, so I'm at my friend's house and I call him. I go, Mr. Editor, Mr. Gang Trench Pilgrim, Mr. Grafter, can we confirm that you're taking me? He goes, no, I'm not taking you. I'm like, huh? He goes, yeah, I said that I wasn't taking you. And I'm like, well, I guess that was a misunderstanding. I'm glad we cleared that up. And he goes, I will take you if you literally cannot find any other way to get there, but please, like, I don't want to have to drive you. It's a 3-hour detour. I'm like, okay, understandable.
It's 3
So-
hours?
That's an exaggeration. It's a long distance detour that he would have to take to pick me up. So I'm in the room with my friend and he goes, you know what, you should just take the bus. There's a bus that goes like from downtown where I am straight to the major city where this event's being held. Just take the bus and you'll be fine. I look at the bus and it departs at 6 in the morning. which means I gotta wake up
Nice.
at 5.
Brutal.
I'm gonna also book like an Uber or something. So that's what he goes, no, it's not that bad. You should walk. Remember this. He says you should walk. Wake up at 5 a.m. and you'll be fine. Just walk. So that's what I do. I wake up at 5. I'm at the door like 5:20. And I'm walking downtown. All right. And I live on a college campus, and the campus, while during that walk, it's completely fine. Okay, not an issue in the world. It's very peaceful. And then the second I get to the major downtown area, so there's like a liquor store on the corner, and then there's some like bum. Okay, and I was wearing headphones at that point. And I feel like he said something to me because I like saw him walking the other direction, but then he saw me and then he turned and he was saying something. I didn't hear him. I just picked up my pace and started walking. And then he started following me still. So I like just fucking sprinted. And then he got the memo and turned the other direction. I feel like mainly it's because I just have a large box filled with something in it, and from a distance that could be
I like to
perceived.
think that he wanted to be like, "Yo, man, what army you play this weekend?"
That'd be so funny.
That's
But
the good ending. You're just like orcs. He's like, "Dude, me fucking too. What? Let's walk together."
dude, it's so funny.
He gives you
But yeah,
flash
he gives me my commandos. All right, sorry. So after this, I'm like, I'm in a really high alert mood after this. So I take my headphones off, and now I'm on the main street where there's a Target nearby, and I'm not like a Dodge Hellcat or some shit like that. I don't remember specifically, but like it was a nicer car than usual. Pulled up directly next to me on the sidewalk, and someone got out. It is 5:30 in the morning. The Target is absolutely closed. I paid like, dude, I just fucking booked it. Okay. I'm not giving this a shot. I don't care if I was being a little bit racist by just immediately booking the second I saw a Hellcat. Someone got out, and I just ran. I just fucking ran. And about
That's
like
pretty racist.
no, but I was right because I looked behind me a little bit further up the road, and the guy was still following me. Like he was still following me. I was fucking like terrified. I mean I'm just glad that he didn't fucking like immediately pull something on me. I feel like it was also dependent on me not paying him attention because I feel like if I pay the guy attention and he like flashes a gun or something, then I'm like, oh well, shit. But if you just ignore it completely, then it doesn't really work because they're not
Imagine
like,
getting robbed for your 40K shit, and they look at what you have in the box and be like, "Yeah, I'm good."
dude. Well, the thing is, like, even if I'm like, oh, I have toys, like a fucking crack addict would be like, oh, well, I can pawn that for like $30. That's a crack rock. So like, they'll take your shit. Anywho, it was like
What you
a
need to do is
really
you need to play them in a game of 40K for your stuff.
Big Shot actually used to play Space Marines until he got robbed by a crackhead.
Yeah.
should be like, dude. I was so mad at my friend who told me to walk and that nothing would happen. I almost got like I got mugged and I got followed twice. Like and I did end up fine, but like that spiked my cortisol severely. Um so I'm at the Marriott now, that's where the bus departs. And I get on this bus and it was a whole fucking ordeal. And I'm finally on the bus and I like
Just sit in the
instant
back of the bus or the front of the bus?
I sat in the front because I just like
Yeah.
I didn't want to walk too far and I was just so tired of like I literally sprinted at like after that person pulled up. I sprinted to the fucking Marriott because I was like legitimately fearing for my life. Um whole ordeal. So I'm on the bus now and I texted a couple people that live in like Europe because they're up. And they're like, yeah, you're probably getting robbed. And then I texted my friend who suggested I not only take the bus but I walk. And I go, hey, hey, asshole, I got I got followed twice and I almost got mugged. Fuck you. But then, yeah, so I get off the bus and I'm now in Ann Arbor, Michigan, which I fucking hate Ann Arbor. Dude, I get off the bus and everything around me is closed. And it's like 20 degrees out. So I'm sitting outside like a fucking dipshit outside this public library for this car to show up. I get driven to the event and then I pull up to the venue and as soon as I get there, I call our editor and he doesn't pick up. And then he calls me back like 10 minutes later and he goes, "Yeah, my car broke down. I'm not going to be able to go to the event. And I'm also not going to be able to drive you home." 'Cause I
Damn.
know. So now I'm in Ann Arbor, which is like the city I despise the most. I'm in Ann Arbor. It's 20 degrees out, and the event hasn't started. It's supposed to the store's supposed to be open at 8. It's 8:15, and I'm fucking freezing. And like some like really fat guy that looked like a pedophile. I'm sorry, he did. It's like, "You want to come in my car?" And I'm like, "No, I'm sorry." And I caught a cold too, so it's like
Yeah.
just all the fucking worst things that can really happen. Almost. If I got robbed, I think I would have like actually killed myself later. But
Heavy casualties
yeah,
just for a fucking tournament.
dude,
Well, let's
I
hope you won the tournament, though, right?
fucking god, dude. Round 1, I get paired into Champ's Death Guard, and the guy's not very good. It's not a very good list. However, I could not roll a charge to save my fucking life. I fail a 3-inch charge, 2 4-inch charges, 2 5-inch charges, and the stuff that does get in melee, I whiff every single save. I hit like 1 time. It awful. I mean, I literally I've not had that bad luck in dice in a while. So I'm like literally at this point after round 1 where I'm like the first one that like I'm the first game to finish because that game went so quick. I walked to the local McDonald's and I'm legitimately considering like stopping playing the game for a little bit because I'm just like, this is awful. And then round 2 happens and I get paired into Necrons. And it was a really nice guy, and I'm doing pre-game talk like, "Do you have any reactives? No. Fights first? No. Fight on death? No. Uh, do you have massive amounts of field no pains? No." Oh shit. What is your list? He goes, "Oh, it's like 20 Necron warriors, and if you chip damage, I just keep spamming like the resurrection shit so they just don't die." I'm like, "But if I kill them all in one go, you can't revive them." And he goes, "Correct." So Gaz 20 brick just kind of touched him. I mean, it was inevitable. I was playing I wasn't playing to the best of my ability. I was just trying to win that game though. I was just so brain dead the from the waking up at 5 and fearing for my life in the middle of East Lansing and being on the bus for an hour and a half, even though it's a 45-minute drive, and then the not knowing if I'm going to be able to make it back. So I had to text everyone in my contact list who had a car if they could pick me up. Then I finally figured out how to get back. I had to take the bus back, by the way. I
That
win
sucked,
round,
bro.
dude. I win round 2. I'm 1-1. I'm like, okay, I won my one game. At least I'm not going 0-3. You know, and I'm just chilling around the store. There were a couple people I met from the event in November that were pretty chill. I was telling a couple people about Trevi and all the toilets he hasn't flushed, and it was a lot of fun. But round 3 pairings drop, and it's Imperial Knights, and it's the fucking line detachment. And I mean, he's a great guy. It just bro did not tell me. He says I have a couple damage strats, and I go like, what? And he goes, oh, I will tell you when I get there. What he didn't tell me is what that meant is sustain hits 2 and crit 5s.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
So Gaz 20 marches up, fails a 6-inch rerollable charge, killing myself. That's really what sealed the game, and then it just gets destroyed the next turn. The fact that it was like a 10-point difference in score, even though I failed that charge, speaks volume to how close the rest of that gameplay was. But Breakup Boys the Breakup Boys did like 24 wounds to a knight in one activate. That was fucking insane.
My goat Breaker Boys.
Dude, they were just goated. I was spiking really hard there. Which real shame that Gaz failed a 6-inch charge. Just really annoying. I mean, that whole event was so scuffed. Yeah, but yeah, round 3, very close loss in the Imperial Knights, and I had the grand old time of getting to the fucking privilege of riding the bus back home. And oh my god, dude, the bus showed up like 10 minutes late, and there was like it was really funny because there was like some girl with like a really thick Boston accent. I can't do the accent, but like imagine the most thick Boston accent. I'm like, I don't know where the fucking bus is. Well, I'm gonna just take an Uber back. I don't give a fuck if it's $150. And I was just laughing my ass off. Like, the bus showed up like literally 30 seconds after she got into the Uber, by the way. But yeah, nightmare RTT experience. I'm probably never going back to that store. Only because the terrain is ass and it's just so far out of the way.
That makes
I don't
sense.
know.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it was a good time. You just starved for events there, dude. It sucks.
It really does. There's no GTs here. There you get I'm a GT once in a blue moon.
Yeah, you need to move to the East Coast where you can get rocked all day.
With that one time when the fucking I don't know if I've told the story on the podcast or not, but I was outside the business college of my university. There was a guy doing the whole Wolf of Wall Street sell me this pen thing for like a sales position.
Suck.
And I'm like, okay, cool. It was for a Red Bull. So I'm like, I'll do this for a Red
What?
Bull.
You missed
It's
out on Red Bull?
no, I got the Red Bull. But
Oh,
he gives me like information about this position and he goes, it's door-to-door sales, which number one red flag because that immediately means fucking pyramid scheme. No internship actually will have you do door-to-door sales if it's not a pyramid scheme. I've had experience dealing with this. That's something for another day though. But then he goes, I'm like, oh, well, where is it located? Because the off chance that it isn't and it worked out, I might consider it. And he goes, in Philly, you're going to be selling bug spray. I'm like, so,
Bro, what?
so I'm like, you want me to move to Philly, like the city of Philadelphia, in the downtown area, and knock on people's doors and ask them to buy shit? And he goes, yeah. And I'm like, is there a life insurance policy included? I remember saying that. He goes, no. And I walked away with my Red Bull. Bro, dude, that feels like that's like a way to just get people killed. I mean, but yeah.
What are you talking about? Philly's totally safe. This guy's lying.
Philly's
Who's my
great.
word, bro? He's a Gerber Krosky.
Real shit, dog.
But yeah,
Well,
fuck Ann Arbor. Fucking hate Ann
yeah.
Arbor. Yeah, that was my awful week. Oh yeah, and then I got the cold, and my audiobook was kind of ass. So I've been in an awful mood all week because of that day. And I'm no longer playing Orcs either because I can't stand losing because I failed one in like a fucking charge.
Just run Derek's green tide list and you'll be fine.
Dude, Green Tide is the most Israeli
Just
way to
run-
play that fucking game.
Just run more
No,
deck.
it's-
I like that Josh guy did.
Dude, I want to run T-Suns because I like want to actually be able to shoot at something, and it like.
Yay!
Well, I'm tired. I'm just fatigued after like 300 reps of orcs. I I need something new. I need a new drug.
This is good news. I'm getting everyone to play T-Suns.
Except for me.
I'm not
No,
playing
you-
T-Stones. I decided today I'm never playing them.
Yes, you are.
So Borg, you want to go, and then I'll close this out because I actually won something and you didn't.
Fuck you, mean?
What'd you
There
win?
were prizes. I just didn't get any.
Yeah, I did.
So after going clubbing, very successful night. It was like a fucking goth club. It was really sick. I go in the next day, looking hungover but not, and we pair into a team called Slugfest. Slugfest is one of the best teams in the area. They placed third at the event, and I pair once again, following the trend for this weekend, into their best player because Jeremy hates me. And we got 38 points out of 100 this round. We lost 62 to 38.
Damn, it was a
Oof.
blowout. That sucks.
I was 10 of those 38 points. So I ended up drawing this one too. I was playing into Court of the Phoenician EC. And they put me on a map where he could just put Fulgrim on an objective and I couldn't shoot him. And I don't know if you know, but birds are OC5 and Fulgrim is OC6. So I just couldn't do anything.
So funny.
So I just killed everything else. And it was a 10-10. We tied. Like exactly to the number we tied.
Damn.
Now the rest of my team lost horrendously.
Even my boy
Except
Charles.
Charles
Is this where he
lost
lost to
17 to
Sin?
3. He was playing against Scintillating Legion.
Yeah, dude. I remember he messaged me in the other chat. He's like, Sint has hands.
Except our Tau player 20-0'd their Death Guard player. So good. Our Tau player is a fucking legend. I recruited him to the team that I'm making for 11th edition. That guy's insane. He's the best Tau player I've ever seen.
Dude, you haven't seen Greg. Greg's a specimen.
Greg,
David is my
he's on a
goat.
beast of his own, bro.
Yeah, he doesn't even play 40k. You play 40k with him.
Hell yeah. So that was my round 4. It was kind of depressing. I was a little angry, but we got shawarma afterwards, so that was pretty good. I don't like losing very much, so that was a little disappointing. And then we paired into Team Quebec.
Oh shit.
And this was my one big win of the tournament. So the pairings for this went really well for us. We only lost one game, and sadly, it was our Tau player playing into Necrons.
Oh.
But I paired into Tau. And Tau has a
Nice.
really tough time dealing with Scintillating Legion. The only reason it wasn't a 20-0 for me is because he rolled 2 railgun shots, and he got devs on both of them and killed Be'lakor.
And this is why you said that you think Tau instantly loses the Saint, and I'm just like, no, it doesn't. You're dumb. And we got in that spirited debate
I
about
still
how
think Tau just instantly loses to Sin.
I think so.
I picked up 2 Riptides, a Hammerhead, and what are they called? A Ghost Keel in the same turn.
Yeah.
And that just kind of ended the game.
Just matters how well his 4-ups are rolling.
With rerolls, they roll quite well.
Yeah.
4-ups with rerolls are like a 3-up, which is kind of cute. So overall, event went well. I was happy with how I did. Scintillating for the brief dalliance that we had was quite nice. I think I'm gonna go a different way going forward because I know Sint is gonna get nuked next week.
Oh, is that when the
Uh,
data slate's coming out?
Mm-hmm. Day slate's next Wednesday.
Yeah, I
Oh.
think Stint is getting nuked, Necrons are getting nuked, T-Suns are gonna get touched a little bit.
Oh, fuck. Dude,
So-
right when I decided to play T-Sons, god damn it.
Orcs might get
It's fine.
touched.
Yeah.
Orcs are doing well right now.
The list you're gonna play isn't gonna get touched. The things that are gonna get touched are Terminators. So overall, event went well. The team went 3-1-1 and came in 5th. It was a good experience. Happy to play with the Stat Check boys. Had a good time, even though my captain threw me into the worst pairing every single game, except the last one. And yeah, it was a pretty good weekend.
Word? Yeah, no, that sounds like a blast. I almost wish I came to that event instead of the one I went to.
The one you went to seemed pretty fun.
Yeah, the one I went to was pretty
Well,
fun.
how was your day 2?
It was just fucking 3 hours away, dude, for nothing. To go to like a shitty city. Like the city sucked. So I on day one night, I forgot to say this, found a Red Lobster gift card on the ground.
Oh, peak.
Yeah, it was unscratched and it had $50 on it. So if you live in Schenectady, New York, and you're missing a $50 Red Lobster gift card, tough shit. I already used it. Yeah, yeah. It was Lobster Fest, by the way, and it was great. Thank you. So
How was the
anyways,
lobster?
it was so bad. It was so bad, dude. If anything, I did them a favor.
Red Lobster kind of sucks.
It's ass.
The only good thing at Red Lobster is the Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Yeah, yeah.
My, fa-
We had
my,
lobster dip, which was cool. It was like spinach artichoke dip with lobster. I liked it.
my favorite thing about Red Lobster. All right, in 2015, they did a commercial for Red Lobster's Crab Fest, but it sounds like he's saying crap. And I
Yeah.
remember I was like 9 years old when this commercial aired, and it was like the perfect time in my life for that fucking humor. It was because hearing the Red Lobster guy go, "There's so much crap at Red Lobster, all you can eat crap." Dude, it's so funny.
Yeah,
I'll
their
show it to you.
crab is significantly better than their lobster. Like if you go there, you're like, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
eat lobster. I'm only gonna eat crab. You'll have a good time. But anyways, my day 2, I go to bed at 1:30. I need to be up for 7. I wake up for 6:30. I get up, I immediately take a shower because I wake up, I fucking smell awful, I feel awful. I smoked so much cigarettes the night before, I feel like shit. And pretty much I go downstairs, fucking eats half of breakfast potatoes from the expensive hotel and drink some orange juice and I vibe and then everybody slowly wakes up and we're talking shop and whatnot and there's this one guy that I don't like who's there. He was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna be here and talk, and everybody's gonna fucking simp for me." And I'm just like, "No, you should be paying attention to me. I'm a niche micro celebrity. Pay attention to me." And they didn't, and I was mad about it. Give me the respect I earn with my 2,700 followers. Um, in all seriousness, it was cool. Once my friends showed up, I got the attention I deserve, and they didn't. So that's all that matters. So yeah, we go into pairings, and I'm looking at it, and I'm just like, hey, I can beat this, I can beat this, I can beat this, but I can't beat this. And the thing that I couldn't beat was guard. And I paired into guard. This guy was fucking cool as shit. The best thing that he did throughout the whole game is he's just like, I've never played against Chaos Demons all edition. And I'm like, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And I was talking to somebody about him and his army, and I was like, I think I lose this. He's just like, yeah, but if you distract him, you can win. So I was like, oh fuck. So all I have to do is be conversational, and I'll distract him into making mistakes. And I'm like, what is he into? What is he into? And they're like, oh, he's super into this game called Mugenics. And I'm like, I've never heard of it before, but I'm gonna know all about it after this game. Guess what I know all about? Mugenics. I still lost. He had bottom of turn. I just wasn't doing the damage. Sint struggles really hard in the toughness 11. And the plan of just killing all the trash that I had worked, but his tanks just would pick up birds like they were nothing. So I lose. This guy ends up taking second and going undefeated in the event. So I'm like, whatever. I was like, my strength of schedule is going to be awesome. And then I play into fucking Space Wolves, round 5, final game, and I'm like, I could win this. Whatever. He's 4 wounds, -1 to be wounded, -1 to hit, whatever. Like, who cares?
No.
Yeah, I lose by 5 points. I table him. He goes second and is able to win. Like, he literally had like a unit of infiltrators and a unit of terminators left. But because Logan came down at a very pivotal point and he played the game very well, I wasn't able to uppy downy what I needed to uppy downy, and I wasn't able to get the scoring I needed to do. So if Logan didn't come down, like, I win, but he played it very well. And he ended up taking, like, I want to say third at the event as well, third or fourth. I ended up taking 9th, 3 and 2. 3 wins my first day, 2 losses my second day. Super big hangover. I had a migraine. It was like one of those pounding migraines too. I was sweating because I feel like shit, dude. But the positive thing is I got my rightful title at the end of the event. I got best in chaos, as I am the best in chaos. And I won a box of corn berserkers that I'm never going to do anything with. So I don't know what I'm going to do with these berserkers. I might raffle them off. We'll see.
Dude, that sounds like a Warpstorm giveaway.
Right? Listen, if Warpstorm Radio gets 100,000 listeners, I'll give away this box of world leaders. No, we'll figure out something on like what we're gonna do to give this out, or whatever. I don't care. I might just go to like I have an unopened box of AdMech birds, an unopened box of the fucking Eldar birds, and then like a whole GSC army that I want to sell. So, and I have like 3 boxes of Vitrix I can't like use anymore, and they're unopened. So I might just bring them to like a store and be like, give me store credit for this unopened stuff, and give me store credit, and I'm just gonna buy more T-Suns and more demons.
I thought you said you never wanted to play T-Suns.
I do. I'm baiting.
Well, play T-Suns.
If the Terminator nerf is too bad, I probably won't.
Just don't play Terminators.
I want to play Terminators. I need to play a stat check
My
army.
first Emperor's Children and Tryhard's first game with T-Suns, I beat him. I won that game.
He did. He beat me. He threw Fulgrim at me turn 1 and forced me to shoot my whole army at Fulgrim.
And I killed Mag.
That's why you played my list.
And he killed Magnus. We killed each other's Primarchs. We burned each other's homes. It was the game of spite. We just hated each other the whole time.
Yeah. And I asked if I'd cover
But
like every fucking shooting.
every time, bro, it floored me. It floored me. But yeah, that was tournament recap for the boys. Corncell didn't go to a tournament because he was at a fuck ass concert, which I just assume is like Hatsune Miku or something.
No, it was
No,
the
I get
band
it, yeah,
Nothing
makes
More, and they're actually really good.
Right. You went to a Hatsune Miku concert. We get it. We get it, bud.
Yeah.
It's a made up band to hide the fact that you went to Hatsune Miku.
If I went to Hatsune,
Yeah,
I
he
would
went.
have said, yeah, I went to Hatsune Miku.
He went in full
Just cool.
cosplay too.
He went
Yeah,
to
dressed up
he,
like
this is
Teto.
also a cover. He actually went to go see Killer Carl. You guys know
I don't
the
know
guy
who
who
that
made the
is.
fucking makes the that you know when you see those reels of that guy who it sounds like System of a Down if it was like more mentally autistic.
Oh, so it's just moving down.
I have
Yeah.
no,
The where the fuck's my
I have no
goddamn
idea who
server? Hold
you're talking
on.
about.
Give me fucking cheeseburger. Dude, this song is straight ass. Hold on. Let me put you on to some straight fucking ass. Hold on.
I won't listen to it.
Yeah, you will, because this song is so unequivocally bad.
Just play the song
will
at the start of
kick
the
you from the
episode instead of the normal intro.
No, you won't.
I'll kick you
He's
from the
kicked me
call.
from
if you
2
put it on.
calls so far.
I swear to God, I will. I'll do it.
Please
My
give me
my
this.
fucking
What?
my mouse is over the disconnect button.
give me, please.
The Corn Cell just went to an ICP concert. The
Yeah,
Corn Cell is actually now a juggalo.
It's the
He,
song.
he,
It's
he met his juggalette and now he's a juggalo.
big shot if I hear it. I swear to God.
Right, so anyways, that was this week's episode of Warpstorm Radio, another tournament recap episode. Tune in next episode where we do another fanfic episode because we're fucking soulless and have no ideas whatsoever. Thank you
Yay.
and have a good night. Yay. Tune in
Yay.
to Friends Flop. We have bonus content now. Yay.